We turn now to the final installment of our I-81 series. This week we've taken you through some of the main options available to reconstruct the interstate that crosses through Syracuse. CitrusTV reporter Gabrielle Caracciolo examines the economic impact and what will happen next with the impending decision.
The central New York community is eagerly awaiting a decision on what will be done with the deteriorating Interstate 81, and Syracuse workers and residents have plenty of opinions on what solution officials should eventually select. Many residents are worried about how this upcoming change will impact their everyday life.
My only concern is, how do I get to work?
Once the green light is given to begin construction, it could cause major delays for commuters.
Construction, first of all, is disruptive no matter what the solution is. And so the idea is 81 is going to be closed, you're going to have to loop traffic around or get people off and so on. So that there will be a disruption no matter what plan they go to. The natural question is what's going to happen when they're all done.
You've got SU and all the hospitals right here in a clump, and that's an awful lot of people that have to get to work. And you've got hospitals that you've got to get ambulances to. So there's got to be a way to get everybody in here. It's just there's so many people packed into one tight little clump here. So
the Upstate University Health System, Syracuse University, and St. Joseph's Hospital are the top 3 employers in Syracuse. And while everyone can agree it's important to weigh all options, economist Don Dukowski says with businesses and scholars arguing for all different sides, there's one thing that everyone needs to remember.
This is not going to be cost-free. It's going to negatively impact some people. Either decision is going to negatively impact some people, but it's going to positively impact others.
Each option has a different price tag. The community grid will cost approximately $1.3 billion. The rebuild, $1.7 billion, the tunnel between $3.2 and $4 billion, and the hybrid $4.5 billion. It's the New York State Department of Transportation and the Federal Highway Administration that will make that final decision, which many are hoping will happen as soon as possible.
I'm noticing the potholes and the rust and the holes in the concrete on the sides, and I'm like, I hope they decide what they're going to do pretty soon before this thing falls apart.
And Gabrielle joins us in the studio right now. So Gabrielle, it seems people are very passionate about this topic. They're eager for a decision to be made. What's the timeline on that decision?
Right, so right now the Department of Transportation is working on an environmental impact statement. And what that means is they're exploring the different options and the impact that each will have on the surrounding area. Right now we are in the 3rd step of that process. In August 2013, the process began with the notice of intent. Then between November 2013 and September 2014, the scoping process took place, and that leaves us now in the drafting of the environmental impact statement stage, which will be followed by a public review, a final statement, and then after all of that, an actual decision.
Wow, it's definitely a road ahead.